Hey there, it's Patmos, and nice of you to join me for the second episode with our Alien Dawn YouTube game, as we are trying to get a grasp of where we left off last time and what we still have to do. Well, plenty we have to do. A lot of stuff that still has to come our way. Ooh, berry plant, that's nice to observe. Here is some food to actually harvest. Get some more and more food. So yeah, there still is plenty to do. So let's get going with it. Let's speed up until everybody wakes up. And then we'll see if we can actually build some defenses, because that will be very helpful, I think. Edmund is awake. He had a little disturbed sleep, but he'll manage. What should we research? Well, basic construction will be very interesting to research, quite simply because that will grant us a way to make sure that we get housing and things like that. And they'll be very happy if they can actually sleep in a house in a proper bed and things like that. So let's work our way towards that, as we of course still have a lot of things to do. Like, this is a tube plant we still need to observe. There's probably a ton of things that we still have to observe. Some things that we don't know yet, but we want to know. Other things, yeah, like the tall leafy plant. I want to observe that one, because I think that can be very useful to us. There's also some more food here. Oh, we're going to get a lot of food out of this. I like that. Should we harvest some of this? That could be good too. Ooh, they're building the defenses now. Great. I wonder, yeah, we can't craft the smoke pipe yet because we have to collect dried smoke leaves. Now, we are drying smoke leaves, so that should be working out. As soon as they're dried, we can start to get some pipes, and that could make people very happy. Alright, here we go. Now, it's very tempting to go to speed 3. We might do that every now and then, but not too often, because I want to make sure that I don't miss things, that we do what we need to do and stuff like that. So that's probably why I'm not going to do that too much, but it might be needed at some point that we do that for a little bit, just not right now. Plenty of sticks at this point. We can use some extra wood. Yeah, I think we can speed up for a little bit, because everybody's now very busy. They're doing a good job. We're really constructing some of the fortifications now. And that should be very helpful in defending this place. Will the local life come to eat me? No, they won't. But we don't know, because we have not observed any of them. So we should be doing that soon. We have Lara, who's very enthusiastic about all the farming stuff. And she's also doing that very quickly, which is great. She'll bring in a lot of food. And in this case, smoke leaves, although they still have to pick them up. But that's okay. She's now taking a walk. Seems to enjoy herself. I think I want her to observe this leafy plant. As soon as that is done, I don't think she's not the smartest one, but that's okay, because I think this is a very useful plant in the future. And since it's still spring, it might also be already interesting to see if we can start some farming soon. We might actually benefit from that a lot soon. But first, let's try to finish all these gate works. We still have some logs left, but it also says that we're still short. And so far, what I found out is that it's very accurate. So it will really be, we're really short of wood, but well, we'll get it at some point. Ah, he's now cutting trees. Don't think if that's the smartest thing during a thunderstorm, but infection. Ah, okay, interesting. Could really be. There's so many things you want to observe in the beginning, and it's very tempting to neglect a lot of that and just don't observe anything. But I also think that when you do observe the things, it will benefit you, but you have to find a bit of a balance in that. Like, when do you really do it and when do you wait for it and things like that. So, yeah, that's a bit interesting. It's still drying, even though it's hanging out there. That's cool. But yeah, it's interesting. We really need to do some observing, but not too much. Also not too few, because then we won't be making new discoveries all the time, so that's where the trade-off really is. Well, I think Edmund should go and observe the plant now, because then we'll be very good at it. He's very smart, so he can finish that quickly. And once we are done with that, we can have another plant. Nice. Well, there's a lot of things I want to build, but I think for now, let's just focus on finishing this little... yeah, we discovered grain cob, and that will provide us with grain, and that's a very, very valuable resource. I can tell you that. So, yeah, can we harvest some already? Yes. That could make some extra meals available to us soon. Not with the quick recipes, but... ooh, sleep parasite, that's not good. An unknown parasite is causing me fatigue and drowsiness. For now, there's no cure, but a skilled healer may be able to think of something. Alright, is he a skilled healer then? Is that why they switched to him? Oh, he is okay at healing. I don't know. I think Amber has the sleep parasite. Question is, where's Amber? Oh, she is right there. She is the skilled healer, but she can't inspect herself, so that ain't gonna work. I think we have enough wood now chopped down, so it should be good. Construction basics is done. Great. He is now eating. That's okay. Now that he's done, he's going to do some riding. That's for fun. That's good. That's good. We want him to do things for fun. He'll enjoy it, and others can read it. Now I want him to observe the berry plant. He is the smartest one. He can do that very good. And I think he's the right person to do that. We're not going to build any housing yet. Production. Yeah, we can't get the... There's so much research I want to do as well. Let's get a chopping block for now. And let's get into things like pickling and metal refinement. We're gonna need those too. Alright, all the wood's in here now for this part of the construction. Yep. Then we can soon finish the gate as well. Now this is only the very first line of defense, because after these we're going to need a lot more. So right now we have built a high wall, but we can't shoot over it. So if we want to continue forward, we need to make a few changes. For instance, we need to set a few traps here. So if the enemy comes in, they'll be trapped. Now we're going to close this gate and we're going to close that gate. That doesn't mean that they can't use it. Ah, beef berries. Good. Another thing to harvest. Aggressive animals, there they are. So closing these gates will make our people still able to use them, but all the enemies will try to get to the one opening there, which is an important thing to know, because that means that, for instance, they will have to pass through all these traps. How well is this guy rested, by the way? He's well rested. We'll have him construct a few traps. How rested are you? Also very rested. You construct a few traps. I want them to start constructing a few traps so that when the enemy comes, we can actually try to stop them a bit. We have only one weapon so far. Yeah, we should be creating weapons quickly. I don't think we can do that in time though. But in the end, we're going to need some weapons to make sure that we actually... Alright, you finish another batch of 5 and you finish a few traps. You can really see the difference in construction time there, because, well, one of them is a better constructor than the other one. You can really see that. Alright, they're still sleeping now. There comes the attack. So we'll draft them all. Draft. Alright, let's get Edmund. He needs to handle this wooden gate. I wonder where they come from. Ah, from up there. Okay, so they're coming towards this way. So once he handles that gate, I want him to handle this gate so they can't get in there. And now it's just a matter of fighting them off a bit. Amber is the one with the weapon. The other should be in front of her, at least defending her. There we go. And now they will come. And yeah, we really need to scavenge more weapons in all these spaceship parts. Sometimes you get lucky, you get a lot of weapons, sometimes you don't. Look at the traps working, that's great. There's only a few to go now, still 6 though, so I have to be really careful. Just 1 to go apparently. Where is it? There it is, alright. Well, it does work somehow, so we did good. We did good. But, let's just hope. Yeah, that's very good. Perfectly. Well, undraft them. We'll butcher all the insects. Appears to be no damage, which is great. Handling the traps already again, so they're making them ready. And now I really want to get going on the scavenging part. So let's scavenge all of this. Try and find some weapons inside. As we still need to construct some more defenses. What do we need to construct? We need to construct towers. What does the tower do? Well, they can stand on it so they can shoot over this wall. Which is very helpful. And it depends, of course, on which side they come from, but I don't think you can ever have enough towers. So let's make sure we build a lot of towers. They're pretty pricey, but well, we can chop down as many trees as we want. Rocca is constructing a tower. Lara's doing some stuff. They're constructing goods. He's doing research. What's she researching now? Pickling. Ooh, that's a nice research because we have a lot of fruit now. And with pickling, we can start to turn that into some nice other stuff. Alright, we can get meat soup now. Let's get 12 meat soup so they get the food variety that they're craving for. Until now, I'm going to put the meat soup down to the bottom. We don't need that as much. I want the grain porridge though. Laura reached a higher level of cooking. We now have pickling available. It's starting to rain. Okay. Let's build a few fermentation barrels. You don't need to keep your eye on them all the time. It's just a matter of having them and supplying them, and that should be fine. Now I want Edmund. He's doing some writing for relaxation, which is good. You can see his relaxation go up a lot. We'll now just have to wait until he is done. There he is. Intellect leveled up. Now he's not doing anything, so now he's going to scavenge spaceship parts. Lara's getting the grain out for the porridge. That's very good. Apparently we don't have that in yet. There should be 80 available to us. Amber, not really doing a lot. Alright, Amber. You're gonna go scavenge right here, because we want more spaceship parts and especially weapons. He's going to craft a bow. That's good. That's good too. That's a way to get weapons as well, taking a walk. You were going to construct a bow and now he's taking a walk. What's that all of a sudden? Well, then I just want you to observe it. We still have to learn about these animals, and if we observe them, we can learn about it, and later on we can just butcher them all. Alright, they're doing the scavenging part now. And now I really hope that we get some nice goods out of that, especially weapons. I would love to get the long-range weapon, because that's a very powerful one. There's some long-range shooters out there. Pretty slow to reload, but very powerful. Okay, this all looks okay. New source, liquid fuel. Alright, interesting. We have no use for that yet. New resource, grain porridge. We now have discovered the Scarabai. So we now know what that is. The Scarabai. Hopefully that'll help us defeat it quicker. I think he should be butchering them, not doing all the research now. We can do that later. Ah, he found synthetic leggings. So we found a piece of clothing. That's nice, but still not a weapon. I really want to find some weaponry. Luckily, this is the last time they're going to scavenge in here. So once that is done, we don't have to scavenge there anymore, and we can hopefully go to the other parts out there. Find some weaponry. Alright, these are going to sleep. Amber's still really busy. I think we should set some trees to be chopped down, by the way. Otherwise, we'll never get the towers completed. And we need them. Alright, everybody's asleep. Fast asleep, I think. Ooh, we should build a shooting target. That's a very good leisure time thing that they might use. As you can see in the beginning, so many things you want to do. You want to do research, you want to do observations, you want to do constructing, you want to do whatever it is that you want to be doing, which is a lot. But it's just there's no time to do everything at the same time. So we have to be inventive with our resources. Let's scavenge spaceship parts there. He's constructing the shooting range now. He's cutting trees. That's good. Lara's cooking, of course. Where's Amber? Amber's cutting the trees. Perfect. Let's just cut a lot of trees. See how well we do with the wood. I think if she cuts enough trees, we might be actually doing quite good. Ah, we have some dried smoke leaves now. We scavenged some more metal parts. I think we can now start to craft short bow spear, short bow spear. Ah, we already put those in. Interesting. We can now also craft some pipes that they can smoke. That should be interesting too. Ooh, we can see the number of wood dropping from 500 now to 320, 308. So they are putting in an effort to construct more, get more wood. We already built 2 towers, precisely the right ones that we need to actually work on the... Oops, you should be coming here. I think you should now scavenge right here. Hopefully there's some nice goodies in this one, because in the other ones there isn't. Just metal parts and liquid fuel. Usually you find the weapons quite early, so... But we'll see, we have to scavenge everything anyway. And still we need quite a bit of wood, but it's going the right direction. We have different types of food, that's great. I think they're first now drying the meat. Oh, not yet. Okay, interesting. Usually, oh, we have found some metal alloys. Nice. Construction level 6. So he's now a really fast constructor, as we can see. That's nice. They're transporting the goods. Edmund's doing research again. Meat soup now, so we're getting more and more different meals ready. What should we do? Well, you should scavenge a bit more here. Should almost be done. Cutting more trees. Well, if they're cutting trees together, that goes at a fast rate. Which should mean soon enough we'll have enough trees for it all. Alright, scavenge another 51 metal parts. Now this one is done. We need to do some research before we can actually salvage it. Those 2 are still there. Are there parts out here maybe? No spaceship parts here. No spaceship parts here. So it can be quite hard to actually find some more weaponry. There's no spaceship parts up here. Maybe there's a few spaceship parts here then. On the ridge, no. So there's not a lot of spaceship parts around. Oh, down here. But there's... Alright. There's some parts down here. And a lot of these glowy plants. Interesting. I thought it were insects or something, but it's glowy plants. Okay. Well, that all looks fine. This is quite far away, so... Not real tempted to go there right now. Edmund's taking a walk. He's walking a lot. Come on, Edmund, you go do some scavenging again. You can do the research later. As Lara keeps cooking, but then we'll have plenty of meals. And enough food variety, so everybody can eat what they want. We already told them, of course, not to eat the emergency rations or any raw food. Sometimes I check if I really told that to everybody. There's no new survivors here at this point, so we'll have to do with these. Some synthetic textiles we can use. Let's harvest a few fruit bushes. Get some fruits out of there. Oh, they're really going to construct some of the towers now. The rest of the wood is apparently needed for the fermentation barrels and the shooting target, which already requires 30 wood. So all the towers are now ready. That's great. That should help us defend ourselves. Now we need some weaponry. Lara's busy with the harvest. I hear a thunderstorm, but it says just rain, so that's interesting. Edmund is eating. Now you go do some scavenging again, my dear friend. You can do the research later. Found 13 emergency kits. Okay, that's great. Constructing the fermentation barrel. That's nice. Oh wow, there's a big shadow coming in, so it's turning into nighttime soon. Alright, some more metal parts. Now I think we have established a pretty basic base where we can survive. We just need to get some weapons going, so I think Raka should soon be constructing our weapons. And I think now is also the time to start thinking about what is next. And I think next up should be some housing, some place for them to actually just go and sleep and enjoy. Now what I want to do is use stone for the foundation. So we're going to chop a lot of stone soon, because I want a stone foundation for our house. I think that's really strong and powerful, so we should do that. I don't know how much we need, but that's going to be one of the things next. We have the first fermentation barrel. Let's get some veggies. We need 100 fruits, raw fruits, which is, you can see which one it consists of. The beef berry and the melons and the glowy bush. And then we'll just go up to, I don't know, 300, because once the fruits are pickled, they will remain good for a very long time. So we'll get a lot of that. And with the 3 barrels, we can do a lot at one go. Ah, we found a railgun sniper. I wanted that. Now let's check all the abilities. This one is combat 0, combat 0, combat 3. Alright, you get that good weapon. I want that, because then he'll be very strong. It is a long-range weapon that we can really use. Whipping that, constructing another fermentation barrel, getting a meal to eat. Oh, that's all fine. He's also going to eat, then they'll probably go to sleep. Gives us time to start planning ahead. Ooh, we also need a metal furnace, by the way, to construct some metal at some point. Ah, we can see all the wood is in for these constructions. There's some food about to rot away, but I don't really care about that. That's fine. That means that we have plenty of food. Ooh, dartboard. That's also an important feature to keep your people happy. Give them things to do. But now let's go to the house. We'll go to the flooring. We need to build a solid floor for the house. You can see strong support, weak support, weak support. So I like to get the stone one, which gives a strong support. Now we're going to build the house somewhere here, and then later on we can just remove this wall and extend the wall area. So what I like to do is get started, I don't know, maybe even close to here. Why not? How big should it be? Well, if we make it 12 tiles wide, we can make 4 rooms 3 by 4. Oh, then it's obstructing the gate. That's not good. I guess we should move it 1 over then, or just remove the gate. I'll just deconstruct the gate for now. Could be a problem if the enemy comes in, but we'll find out. Let's build a new gate, and let's build it right there. And then we can build a new wall in there. So at least we will be safe once we get attacked. That's it, and now let's go. Let's build that floor here. Like this, I guess. So it should at least be 12 wide. If we do it 12 by 12, we can build 1, 2, 3, 4. We can build 8 rooms in there, so they'll all have a sleeping quarters. I think that's good. Let's try that. Let's build the entrance. I think the entrance should go on this way, or on this side. So I'm not going to build the stairs yet. We'll do that later on. We need a lot of stone and we need a little bit of wood. Now these are going to mine, which is great. That's what they exactly need to do. We do need to cut some extra trees, I guess. Well, here are a few trees to chop down. 3 to be precise. We are going to need a lot more trees to be chopped down though, but oh, there's underridge here too. Let's just tell them to cut down these trees and make sure that we use them. We'll get to other parts later, but if we're going to construct a house, then we also need a lot of wood to actually build that house. So we should be just chopping down a lot more trees. Ooh, 352 needed only, so they're doing a very fast job there. Getting a lot of stones out already. But let's go expand our project a bit by building the wall bigger. I'm going to leave some space here, like this, so that we can actually construct a gate in here without much trouble, and make sure that we can place towers here later on. Now this is going to take time, and I'm going to wait until all of this is done before we actually finish this or remove this part, because I want to be safe right now. But this should help out. Alright, what are you going to do, because you're not doing anything? You're just standing there. Alright. I'll tell him to chop a few trees. Go do your thing. Kind of hoping that we won't be attacked anytime soon. That will be best, because then they can just continue to work. But it will be very nice if we can actually finish the house here at some point and house our people, give them a roof over their head, give them all the private quarters, give them a nice bed to sleep in. Those are all things I'm looking forward to. But we already need 400 wood just to finish the fence here. And we're going to need a lot more to build a house on this, so that should be interesting. Another thing that could be interesting is to start a bit of farming. And I think we need to do that. Heatwave, oh that's okay. A lot of food's about to rot away, but that's okay. We can deal with that since we have plenty. But I want to set up some farming, so let's make sure time keeps rolling. But let's start a bit of farming. We can do it next to the fence. I want to get it away from the gate a bit, although the most fertile land is here, but that's okay. Because then we can fence off the area that we are using for the farm. Well, the maximum size for this is 10 by 10. We get 78% growth. That's fine for now. I don't really mind if it's not that high. It's high enough, which is good. Let's continue with another field. 10 by 10, 87% growth. That's perfect. Let's just get going with all of this, because we can really use it soon enough. Alright, we should not make this too big. 10 by 10 as well. And some fruit bushes, also 10 by 10. Well, this is some nice farming. Should we get anything else in there? We could get some smoke leaves if we want to. Can we do them 10 by 10? Yes, we can. Okay, I'm still hoping we can build fencing and stuff here so that we can protect our crops from those critters that we see. But this is interesting. I think we should get some blade grass too to make sure that we have hay production. Alright, there we go. Well, this is a nice patch of farming, and we'll have to protect it, so we'll have to build a fence around it. Luckily, we can do that pretty easily by just doing this. Yep, this is going to take a whole lot of stick or wooden things, but that's okay, logs. Let's just build some fencing in here so that they can get in quickly once they get out of the gate. That should be it. And here we have it. Well, this should provide quite some food to our little town. This is providing us quite some logs. Maybe we should plant some trees soon too, so that they can start to grow, and then in a while we'll have some trees close by to chop down. Because we really don't have... No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to do this. We really don't have a lot of trees very close. Getting further and further out, which is fine. I mean, we can still get them and it's okay, but there's also a higher chance of running into people we don't want to run into, or animals we don't want to run into, the further away we get. So we'll see. Lots of big building projects, but if you want to survive on all-star planets, you have to think big. No cute research, but that's because we don't have time for research right now. It's already starting to be summer, so we really need to get all of this up. Now this is going well. The fences are actually being built, so that's great. That works. I think we can actually already move this one to this position. Because this one is pretty useless out there. And once the whole thing is done, that should be perfect. Transporting 85 wood. Well, we should be able to build a few fences out of that. Constructing fortification, so he's also transporting some wood. Very nice job, very nice job. Well, we still need plenty of things, but we also have plenty of things, so that is really something. I'm happy with it, I'm happy with it. Alright, year 1, day 12, it's the middle of the night. We have a pretty solid part that we are able to defend. We are trying to expand, give the people some housing and a nice place to get to. And we're going to start up some farming. But that's going to be finished next episode, because this is all for this one. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel. Leave all your comments in the comment section. I will respond to them, especially if you have any tips or things you want to see me do. Just let me know. And then, of course, I hope to see you in a brand new video. Thank you so much. Bye bye.